I live in a rental property with my disabled mother, and we just had a question. Our driveway is so deteriorated, it's muddy, and we both are kind of slipping and sliding when I have to take her to the car and back and forth. If my mother was to slip and fall, would the rental company be responsible for that?
Great question.
That is a great question. I think that really depends what you need to do in order to number one, try to get it fixed. But two, if something happens, they need to be on notice. And notice doesn't mean calling up and saying, hey, I've got a slippery or I've got a muddy driveway. You have to put it in writing. You have to go to the rental company and get somebody to sign for it. It doesn't matter if it's typed out. It doesn't matter how you say it. But either send them an email, that way we know they got it, or you take them a letter and write down the problem. Maybe even take a picture attached to it, whatever it is, but they have to be put on notice. If they're on notice of a problem that's a hazardous condition, now of course, y'all know it's there too, so in Alabama, you're going to be in a situation where there's going to be what's called contributory negligence. So you really need to just be careful, but also be vigilant and put your rental company on notice, and hopefully they'll get out there and fix the problem.
All right, thank you for your call. We appreciate that. Mark is in Tarrant next. Hey, Mark, welcome into Law Call tonight.
Thank you for taking my call. My question is, my wife, she's had 2 hernia surgeries, and the first one, the hernia was on her esophagus. They put a mesh around it, and everything was good for a while, but the mesh came loose. So she had to have a second surgery and was going to do the same thing, put another mesh on there on the lower part of the esophagus. And during the surgery, it pushed your organs up, what it did, the hernia did. Yeah. And the doctor during surgery was, he clipped an artery going to her aorta. Now, she bled out, and it was become a life or death situation. They had to open her up and, massage her heart. They tried those paddles, shock her, and that didn't do anything. And they opened her up, and thank God there was a heart doctor close by there, and they helped put her in a code blue situation at the hospital, and he come in and he brought her back to life. It took 13 pints of blood be, used during her surgery. My question is, I don't think that falls under malpractice, but could that fall under personal injury?
You talking about the hernia, or are you talking about the surgery itself? The hernia mesh or the surgery itself?
The surgery, when it clipped her artery, her aorta, that part of it.
Okay, that would be a medical negligence case, a medical malpractice case. And in that situation, it sounds like fortunately she survived. Yeah. Is that, I was having a little trouble hearing. So she did survive, so there would be the potential for a personal injury case, but it's in the medical malpractice family of cases, okay? So you can have a personal injury case, but it be caused by a healthcare provider. There is the potential that there's a case out there, that there's a viable case. That would be something that someone that's schooled in medical malpractice cases would have to really look at, get the medical records, talk with an expert or two, an expert or more about the potential for this being what's called a breach of the standard of care in the way that this particular surgeon performed his or her job. So that's going to take a little bit more time. Anytime somebody's got any case, but especially a medical negligence case or a nursing home type case, you don't want to wait around. You want to get with an attorney as soon as possible, because it does take some time to get the medical records, to get a lot of times medical records from multiple locations, multiple facilities, and you want to give that lawyer enough time, because there's a 2-year statute of limitations, but it's going to take a decent amount of time to get the medical records in and also get those records to an expert to give an opinion as to whether or not you actually have a case. So that would be, again, a case-by-case basis, but to answer your question simply, it's a medical malpractice case and a personal injury case.
And it's complicated, so
And
give
it
Ken a call.
is complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.